Well, y'all think that's sus though? Like for him to kiss me on the forehead like
You
that?
know, it's actually
It is
a
your
change
point.
because I'm always the one like pressing the recording button. And you
Must
always
be
say
It feels
yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
It does feel weird. Like, I'm like, what are you doing? It's my job. No, but back to what we were saying. Like, have you guys ever like just like gave each other a kiss on the
Nah,
cheek?
I think when it was my birthday, I gave him a kiss on the forehead.
He
I
gave
was
me a
like,
kiss on the
Yeah.
forehead.
How did you feel about it?
I was just like, what the fuck?
he's like, I don't know if I'm turned on right now.
Was that when
I
we
don't know
were
how to
at
feel.
OTT?
Yeah, this
Yeah,
one,
it's for my
he
birthday.
was fucked up, and we were like all leaving, and then he just came in. I'm like, okay.
He was
like-
feeling himself.
Yeah.
His true self came out.
My actual self.
He was waiting for that day to come and shit.
And I was like, yes, it's here.
It's kind of cold.
why you
out.
think it's weird or what?
Nah, it's not weird. I mean,
Italians do it. They're like,
it's weird if
Yeah,
you liked
right,
it.
Right.
It's weird if you like it.
Did you like it?
Did you like?
Well, I
giving
mean, it's
the-
because it depends on what you mean by if you like that. If I say I liked kissing my guy because I'm showing him respect, you know what I'm saying?
So you think kissing your guy is showing
Not on
respect?
the not on
He's
the
like-
mouth. You know what I'm saying?
he's
It's
like, you're
like,
the fucking man.
it's like you said, bro.
I
It's the
respect
Italians,
you.
bro. You know?
Dude, you one raw ass motherfucker.
Full tongue.
No, mommy.
Oh man, it's like
Nah, I think I did it because of like
just
genuine
happy.
appreciation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you were
just
just
'cause,
happy.
like
Right.
everyone had a good time. It was
yeah,
fun.
you're
you know?
being
Yeah.
gay. You're being happy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was being gay. I was
Yeah.
showing my actual true self. And I was like, fuck, I could finally reveal it.
I don't think I ever asked you what happened to your eyebrow here. You have like the little scar.
Oh, I busted my shit in my mom's like living room, like the
Uh-huh.
table.
Were
Were you a
little?
kid?
Yeah, I tripped over the fucking rug.
No.
Fucking
Every kid has
Yeah,
that, bro.
yeah,
every kid has
has
that
a
scar.
scar for sure.
Even Gustavo has one
Yeah.
right there.
Oh, like in the same
I-
spot, right? Holy shit, for real. You guys
Yeah,
are meant to
we're
be.
cousins.
I know, right? I was about to say that shit.
I think we
Are
are
we
cousins.
cousins? Holy
I
shit.
think
You
we
guys
are.
are meant to be.
Imagine they tripped at the exact same time too and shit.
Right? Oh, for real.
Simultaneously,
When did that
bro.
happen?
We
to
were
you,
in the
remember?
same hospital when they rushed us to the hospital.
You guys have to get stitches?
Huh?
Yeah, I had to get stitches. Yeah.
Wait, I don't even think they took me to the hospital. Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they
What?
dragged.
They
to-
just put some alcohol and they're like fucking pray una pinche Ave Maria and shit.
But like, Bonle Vicks. Bonle Vicks.
Vaporu.
Puro pinche vaporú.
Vicks and
Yeah.
shit. But
Ready? Just get it. All right, bro.
stupid. What up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Compas y Chelas, brought to you by my favorite compas right here, el compa Oscar,
Yo, what's up, everybody?
el compa Gustavo,
What's up, everybody?
compa Jonathan,
Yo, yo.
and your compa Memo. Back at it again. Different location, obviously, you know, just for obviously some reasons, but you know,
Yeah.
we're here.
But little throwback though.
Little throwback,
Yeah.
yeah.
To Andy's episode.
And-
Andy's
Andy's
episode, right? I was about to
Yeah.
say that. And I
Shout
think,
out Andy.
for a shout out, Andy. And I
Shout
think
out Andy.
I was actually behind the camera, too.
Oh, yeah, you didn't come out in that one.
It was
Yeah.
that important to make it to the cut.
Right before he got greedy and started wanting to be on a fucking camera all the time.
And actually, you guys told me to be on the camera.
Yeah, but now every time we're like, oh, bro, just be behind the camera. You're like,
That's
all right,
cool.
bro, I'll just fucking go home, bro.
He be
Yeah,
throwing
there's no
a fit
point,
and
yeah.
shit.
Right.
He's like, no.
But
Like,
yeah,
I-
it's different. Well, I mean, you guys seen us in this location. We've been here once. This is our second time gonna be here. As usual, you know, everybody here was on time. You know, somebody wasn't here. You guys pretty much know who wasn't here on time, but we don't gotta bring that up.
Like, you see what I mean? He's getting greedy now. He wants to take talking time too. Like,
The thing about Oscar, he just wants to be so technical, bro. Like,
How-
why do you have to get
how?
so dude? You're technical every day, dude.
we literally had a whole discussion because he thought that I don't have a mic. I'm using his girlfriend's mic. Shout out to your girl, but we're using his mic for myself. He literally like went on a whole rant talking shit that I had a mic when I don't have a mic.
It's because Oscar doesn't like. You think Oscar's fucking around, and he sounds so serious.
are
and
we
you
doing
can't-
this again?
I
Are
think
we going
so.
off on each
Yeah,
other?
we're going off on each other. Say what you say, bro.
I mean, that's
Say
what I
how
had
you
to
feel.
say.
Say it off your chest. Get it
Nah.
off your chest.
Oscar just has to be too technical for no reason. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I love you, bro, but you're just too technical. You know he is.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm quite there yet to say I love you, bro. I'm more like towards like the
Like I kind of like you.
I kind of like
kinda
you.
It's like I like you, but I don't like you. It's
Like,
like
you're
you're
kind of like
I respect that. I respect that. I
you're
mean, I
okay.
feel the same way about you guys. You guys are cool, but I don't.
it's not there yet, right?
Yeah, it's not. It's just. It's like You're at the bridge, but I'm like, instead of walking forward, I'm walking backwards. That's where I'm at.
Ah, gotcha.
It's like when you're going up a hill in a stick shift car and that bitch decides to give up on you.
Yeah.
Start going.
It's like it's like when you're taking a shit, but it doesn't come down, it goes back.
It goes
up.
I never heard about that one, bro.
What? Never heard of that one before, but
Yeah,
okay.
That was new.
Well, you've never like almost like been squeezing out shit, like you're pushing so hard,
And you kind of
but then you
stop.
kind of
Oh,
like
you-
because you need to catch your breath, so you go,
Oh.
and then it just
It just goes back, kid.
Taste it in your mouth.
Yo,
It comes out your mouth and shit.
Imagine that's how we shit. Like, instead of shitting from my eyes, we shit from my mouth.
okay.
Oh, God.
This is a terrible way for us to jump in to the topics we had.
Right,
planned
but
for
that
We
is
had
the
lined
worst
up,
way.
yeah.
We had some like very serious topics.
Yeah,
lined
but
up.
now we're starting with shitting out of our mouths, which is fucking
Jesus.
disgusting.
I mean, you can always say, is that our purpose to shit out of our ass instead of our mouth, bro?
Hey.
Oh, missed. Okay, come on, bro.
All
Bring
right.
us in then.
Bring us in.
Well, I mean, that is the question, though. Like, what is, like, what was it, like, the purpose of, like, what do you think that,
What do you
we're
guys
here?
think is like your purpose?
What our
here?
purpose
What is the
Yeah.
purpose in life?
And that question could be taken into two different categories, right? Like, it could be an individual way or, like, more
In
of
general.
a collective
As
way.
humans.
As
Like
humans, like,
humans?
what is our purpose for us? What is the purpose for us here on Earth
I would want to know what do you think your purpose is here as an individual?
as an individual? Damn. That one gets, you're going to have to get deep into that one, bro. You want me to start?
Well, no shit.
wait a minute.
We're all looking at you.
We're
Wait
like, I'm like, damn it. I'm like, he's about to start. I'm like, very intrigued, and it's like, you ready? No shit.
Everybody's looking at a different
Right.
person and shit.
Oh, wait,
But
they
come on.
need some time to think about it.
I mean, a little bit, but I mean, I could just like brush on to like just the surface of it. I don't know, man. I
Yeah.
mean, as an individual, bro, I feel like my purpose on to like why I was brought onto this earth, bro, was fuck, that shit's hard, bro.
It is
Dude.
deep when you think about
Yeah,
it.
because
Yeah.
I didn't really have this conversation. Like, the reason I thought about this is because I had this conversation with the guy I work with, and we were like, "Oh, like, what do you think the purpose is for us here?" And like, we started kind of going into it. But yeah, I mean, shit, we came like at some point we said like sometimes you kind of just think like, damn, like we're all here just to die at one point. You
Mm.
get me? Like we're born
Okay.
and then we live just towards the day that we die and shit. Like. But I think as an individual, you think about it and you like just start thinking about. I guess it also kind of goes into like what you're trying to achieve and what you want from life. So I think one of the greatest things as an individual that you can do like as a purpose in life is to motivate or inspire others. I think
Okay.
that's like a huge one for me. I think obviously I'm not in any position for that, but I think it would mean a lot to me personally if I did something that meant something and other people were able to take something away from it. And I think that for me is like one of the main purposes in life. But I don't know how I'll get there or
Be
like
an
what it is.
inspiration.
Yeah,
be
be
a
an
role
inspiration
model.
to other
Mhm.
people. Exactly.
Okay.
I really
Yeah.
like that. I like how you said
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because if you think about like celebrities, or if you think about
Right.
like athletes and stuff, like the people we look up to, like if it's a Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan or whatever, but like they inspired us because of like their work ethic and the way they do their things,
Right.
or the way they carry out their lifestyle. You get me? So like you could say that their purpose of life is for us to be motivated by them. You get me? And in that, and in some sort of aspect. So that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah,
I never thought
that's
about it like that.
But I mean, do you
Definitely
guys
one way.
think you guys have like an answer for that or like a way that you look at it?
I mean, I could get conspiratorial with you and be like, oh yeah, like our purpose in life is actually just to come, fucking
To come
come.
in my mouth.
Like,
Ooh,
I fulfilled my purpose.
I feel satisfied.
What a
But to like actually like just be born and then fucking die as a slave, if you want to put it that way. But I don't want to say that shit because that's just kind of lame.
But I mean, if you are to go like into that, why do you say that? Like,
Because I mean, to be honest, bro, like you're born into poverty, bro. You're already born at the bottom of the food chain, dude. And it's very hard to come out that bitch. You know what I'm saying? So our purpose in life is just to keep the people on top afloat. And it's not unless we find a way to get our asses up there, which is very fucking hard. You know what I'm saying?
but I think that's why this question is like very
it kind of jumps around because
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
very,
you could think that, but what about like a celebrity's kid that was just born? They're
into
born
rich,
into and like they became into
They're born
rich.
into wealth, you know.
Into wealth,
Right.
yeah.
That's why I
Mhm.
said like I didn't want to get into the conspiratorial
Yeah,
shit,
but like that's what I'm saying. It kind of just it jumps
depending on the
depending
person.
on the person,
Right.
it jumps differently. Yeah,
very subjective question,
Perfect.
Agreed.
right?
Well
yeah.
said.
Yeah.
because like for me personally, is like I think we go back to our roots, right? Your great grandfather or in like stuff like that. I feel like for me personally is like I feel like I have to am like as a it sounds kind of weird, but as a man, I feel like I have to continue my bloodline, continue
The lineage.
yeah, like my
Mhm.
last name Hernandez. I have to continue that that bloodline and then try to make it not to satisfy others, but kind of just to like keep that last name going and trying to get it as far as I can. That's the way that I see it.
I kind of agree with you on that too, because it's like when I think it's like I talk about inspiring others and like that type of
Mhm.
stuff. It kind of also comes back to that, because it's like at some point, like, you're gonna like have kids and everything and leave a legacy behind, and you want to keep your legacy going. You want to keep the Martinez name for me, like you want to keep that going. And yeah, like it's like our kids are our legacy,
Right.
like they are like an image of you.
Mm-hmm.
You get me? And yeah, like I can agree with you
Down
with
to a
that.
root, technically, that is what our purpose is, bro. As a
Mhm.
human being, it's like we're just born to reproduce, and
to
that's-
continue.
Yeah, and to continue.
And
That's
you know-
like the bare root.
Yeah, and if you think about it, that's just in life in general, bro. If
Right.
you think about animals, if you think of us, if you think of just in general, it's like we're meant to reproduce.
Right.
And I remember, I think I heard you talking about that. Like, it's just like, as humans, it's like we're just meant to reproduce and keep it going, like, and just keep it going
Mhm.
forward.
But us humans, we're greedy. Because if you really look into like animals reproducing, right? Once they reproduce, like that's it. Some animals, for example, the praying mantis, when they reproduce, the male gets eaten by the female.
All right.
Yeah, I
So-
did hear
And
about
then but the praying, like the male praying mantis, like it's like they know that, like they know that's gonna happen to them,
Yeah.
and they're fine with it.
Right.
How would
Like,
you guys
yeah.
feel?
that.
Once you
Imagine getting eaten by your shorty.
How would you feel like once you're done reproducing, right? Like once you like, you finish, and then your lady just eats your ass, like
She brings out the handkerchief.
I mean
and the knife and
that
everything.
would basically be like the case for somebody who like ends up fucking with a girl with AIDS,
yeah, that's true.
Silly Magic Johnson.
Your shit just falls off.
I don't think you really answered like what do you think,
Yeah, you know
or
what?
you personally, what do you think your purpose is? Like how do you look at it?
I think I've always gone back to this, right? And I've always said that like there's always a reason why we're here together doing this, and there's always a purpose. I just think that like it might sound corny, and if it is, it's maybe just the way like my perspective on it is. I think it's just to like love, to make memories, to because you're gonna die with those memories. You die with those memories. You die with the things you've done in your life, and it's like one of our purposes is to like when you die, people are gonna look at you like, oh, he did that. You get me? In
Mhm.
some sort of aspect. Maybe I don't know how to explain it as well as I should, but it's kind of like in an aspect of like a legacy. Like, what are you leaving behind after you're gone?
Make a name.
What's your
make
purpose?
a name
Yeah,
of yourself.
Make a name for yourself. Like, oh, this guy or like us, for example, like these guys did a badass podcast, for
Mm.
example. That's our
Perfect
legacy
example.
behind,
Yeah, right.
in
100%.
that aspect. I think that's one of our purposes, I think also a purpose is like us as human beings is to help each other out. And I think that's something as he said, going back to humans are greedy. And I feel like we don't help each other out as much as we should, I
Yeah.
think a purpose is to like love each other and to also help each other out.
And it's interesting how you put it, because I feel like all of this, everything kind of ties back together. Like help each other out is like, it could also tie into motivating others
Mhm.
and inspiring others.
Mhm.
And I think it's not corny. I think it's
Yeah.
beautiful what you said, that we're here to like
Thank
make
you.
memories. And
Mhm.
I think it's like, because at the end of the day, you do like leave with those memories. Yeah, like I think it also kind of ties back to like the saying of like, your life is what you make it.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
this world is what you make it. So you like kind of like, if you want to be a certain person and make something out of your life, you're gonna achieve that if that's what you want to make it.
Yep.
You know, so this life is what you make it.
No, of
Basically,
course.
basically is what I'm saying.
Live
And
your
another-
life to the fullest,
Live
man.
your
Yeah.
life to the
And
fullest.
another thing too is like, let's say like, for example, like knock on wood, but like let's say like one of us, like something happens to us, right? And like God forbid, we leave those memories behind with someone else
Mhm.
that you think about, like, man, I did this with this guy. You get me?
Mhm.
It's like that's a purpose as well. You're leaving memories behind for someone else to remember. Like, damn, like with this, like let's say we're at our parents, right? When they're gone, you think about it like, damn, their purpose was to raise us, and then to also like leave us with memories, and also with
Teachings and shit.
yeah, with morals, and also
Right.
like certain things that they wanted us to carry out. You know, and as you guys
Right.
said, like a legacy.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of things for our purpose, and it can mean a lot of different, like,
It's a
aspects.
wide array of
Yeah.
different things and shit. But
Right.
for real, man, I don't know, man. We could really get deep into this shit, bro. Like,
Get into it.
No, we can.
Right.
Let's do it.
I feel like
You need a blunt or something?
low key,
I
low
think you
key.
need a glass of wine, bro. It's just like
I need to get into the groove, bro. But like yeah, you could say those things are a part of our purpose as well. But sometimes, don't you ever think like maybe it is true that maybe something out there really is just like harboring us, and like maybe we don't have a purpose.
I've thought about that.
like we're part of an
kinda-
experiment, right?
Right.
Okay.
Kind of like Men in Black. Did you ever see Men in Black?
Like a while back when I was a
So in Men in Black, at the end of the movie, like basically like they zoom out, so they start like at Earth and then they zoom out all the way, and they're going to like all these different
Mhm.
galaxies, and at the end we just end up being a fucking marble for like some
kid.
aliens.
Right.
You know,
Mm.
some
Yeah.
crazy
Right.
shit like that. But like I don't know. Like at the end of the day, when you get like all into conspiracies, you could say, oh, it's a simulation.
It's a simulation,
Yeah,
right?
all-
This
all-
ain't real. This ain't like the Earth ain't round. It's flat. Whatever.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I do think that shit. Like maybe somebody is watching us. Maybe like some people will say it's God or whatever, you know. And some people will say like maybe it's aliens that are fucking like I said, harboring us, or like it's like we are an experiment, you know.
Mhm.
But shit, I don't know, man. It could be a wide array of things.
Do you feel like you have a purpose though as an individual? Like, is there something that you would like maybe want to achieve as a human being?
At the moment, bro, I'll be honest with you, bro. The way I feel like there really isn't a purpose for me. I'm just going along wherever life takes me right now. And yeah, I don't know. It feels like it's just like a trend. I feel like I don't really have control over it, if that makes any sense.
So is it kind of like living, like, I guess day by day?
like
Kinda,
living
yeah.
the moment,
Mhm.
Right.
letting destiny.
Right. Like obviously like you have your ideas of what you want to do, what you want to achieve, right? Like let's say I want a house, I want a car, whatever, right? Like you'll set yourself those small goals or whatever, but at the end of the day I feel like it's still just a one line thing, you know? You're on a track type thing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's how can I put it, bro? It's kind of complicated, but
Like it's already like a rhythm, like a
it's kind of played out for you.
yeah,
in a
it's already
way.
set for you.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna go this path.
Mm-hmm.
But do you don't think that even if you have like a path that is made for you, right? Like, you know, quote unquote, this is the path that you're gonna
Like
go
this is
through.
your destiny.
This is
type
your
shit,
destiny. You
right.
don't think that you can kind of just steer away from that particular path?
I want to believe that for sure,
Mhm.
dude. Like I definitely do want to believe that shit.
But like,
Well,
an
okay,
exa-
I think why wouldn't you believe that? I guess.
Well, I don't know, because sometimes like when you try to do something, it still always steers you back into it. At least
'Cause-
that's in my experience.
Yeah, because I
You know
think
what I'm
I
saying?
think I get where you're coming from, but I think I kind of disagree with what you're saying, because you're like, you know, we do have our destiny, but at the end of the day, I feel like we control
We
our
create our own
destiny.
destiny.
You create
Yeah,
it, right?
so it's like you're saying like, oh, we kind of like on a track, and you know, like you're trying to get to this goal, like you decide how fast you want to get to that goal, and once
Okay.
you get to that goal, I feel like you can decide whether you want to keep going apart from that goal. Like there's
Mhm.
still more to that.
right? Like if you
like-
want to
You're
go
saying, like,
left or right, pretty
Uh-huh,
much.
it's like a
Mhm.
checkpoint, and then like there's like it's like the fork in the road type thing, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
But I feel like there's always that, like, there's always that one thing where they say, like, for example, obviously this is an example, right? You have this path that you're following, right? You're going to school, going to work, you know, doing what you got to do. You got your house, you got your car, you know, your family, right? You're technically in the right path, right? And people will say, "Oh, that's the path that was written. Like that's the path that he's supposed to go."
Mm-hmm.
but you can change that path by going outside and killing somebody. Now your path just changed, right? But then they're gonna say, well, there was the purpose, right? Like
It was meant to be.
it was meant to be. But how do you distinguish that? Oh, well, if I was going the right path and everybody was saying that this is the path that I'm supposed to follow, okay, I'm just gonna go kill somebody. Now I changed my path. I feel like back to what Gustavo was saying, that you are in control of your path. You can change your path at whatever you want, you know? For example, we can go right now, God forbid I can get into an accident and I die. You can't sit there and tell me that was my fucking destiny. You get me? You can be like, oh yeah, Oscar was born to make a podcast with his friends, and as soon as they finish episode 30, as soon as he gets home, he's gonna die. You can't tell me that's my destiny. You get me?
I could see that for sure.
Well, I mean, you could say it's unpredictable, bro, but at the end of the day, like, that was that rope, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's that path that led to that, you know what I'm saying?
But now if you think of it, like, like what he just said, it's kind of like, you think of it in that weird way. It's scary, but it's weird. But like, now that you think of it, like, in the aspect of, like, do you believe that everything happens for a reason?
Kind of, yeah.
Because that kind of ties into that.
Yeah, and I feel like that just kind of debunks, like, what we were just talking about, like, your destiny and this and that. Because it's like, why would your destiny be to die in such a tragic way? Yeah, in a tragic way. Like, and then people always say, like, oh, God wanted it to be this way. Like,
but how do you know that, though? You know, how does those people that say that, how do you know that this is what was supposed to happen? Right. This is where the line ends for you. But how do you know that if at any second, right, let's say I leave right now, I pass away, I get into a car accident, how do we not know that if I stayed 1 second more, let's say I went to Guillermo and I just like pulled his hair and he hold me back. By him holding me back, how do we not know that particular second of him holding me back saved my life? How do we not know that?
You know what's crazy? I was just about to say that, like, what if, like, because you know how you ever hear stories like, damn, like, I was going to go to that party, but I didn't, and there ended up being a shooting. And then you think about it like, damn, I could have been at that party and I could have got shot at. Yeah. Whatever, like, doesn't that ever get to you, like, why stuff like that never happens? Like wrong place, wrong time, you know?
But then that's what, like, it goes back to saying, well, that was, it was meant to be. Yeah. But how do you
Your
break
time
that?
wasn't
How do
there.
you break that? How can you figure out that wasn't it? That wasn't your destiny, but how can you also figure out that was your destiny? And that's why it just goes everywhere, because some people will say, hey, unfortunately, that was his destiny. But then we go back to what I was saying. How do you not know that, like, if you just did something else out of the blue, it changes your whole life, life. You get me?
Yeah. I think that's kind of like, that's a mystery, because I don't think anybody can really answer that.
It ties into, like, maybe, like, that theory of parallel universes, bro, where you choose this, but if you would have chosen that, then this would have happened, blah, blah, you know?
Yeah, but in that case, you're pretty much saying that there's billions of parallel universes, because...
And there is a theory, though.
Yeah, there is. Right,
where there's alternate, like, versions of ourselves,
for every choice you made, like, a certain way, there's another person that did the complete opposite choice, but it's the same. It's still you.
Right.
You get me?
But do you think that comes with you just thinking about that choice? For example, what if I just want to smack the shit out of Guillermo?
That's called
so
intrusive
did I just create
What's
a
called an intrusive thought?
I'm like, that's called an intrusive thought.
That's called being an asshole.
But, like, that's a choice, right? It's a choice. But, like, if there's a parallel universe, did I just create a universe where I actually did smack the fuck out of him? You get me?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure for every thought you have, I'm pretty sure
there's
that's
like a certain every decision. There's like a parallel universe.
It's scary thinking about it when you really like
get deep
dive
into it, dude.
Yeah, it's like, what? Like, there's another alternate version of myself somewhere out there.
You know how we were talking about, like, how guys were saying that, like, you know, in the movie where it kind of zooms out and then we're just pretty much a marble, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think that, like, you know how there's, like, germs, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think that's how they see it? Like, you know,
like ants.
Like, you know, when you get into, like, a microscope,
mm-hmm.
and then you zoom in into, like, dirt and you see, like, little shit moving,
right?
Do you think that that's who we are to another?
I've thought about that with the ants, though. Like, yeah. I feel that sometimes, though. But I mean, it's hard to tell because you can't really get inside if they actually think, you know, if they actually have a brain and they're able to process those thoughts. But I mean, it's a possibility. Like, the ants probably do look at us like, damn, what the fuck? Like, this big ass fucking giant foot and shit. Like,
right.
I wonder if they actually think, like, I wonder what it would be like to be at that size and shit.
But do you think, like, So back to the ant, right? The ant sees you like, wow, right? You
Fucking alien.
right, but like
It happens to be a Mexican too.
with a sombrero on. For example, like bugs, right? Like you don't really think that they don't have a mind of their own. I feel like they do. They
I think obviously
Everything
any
has a
living
mind of
thing
their
I
own.
think
has-
every
yeah.
living creature has a mind
Right,
of its
even a
own.
fucking coral reef has a fucking mind
Right.
of its
That is
own.
true.
You get me?
That's
Like,
a coral reef.
no, I mean realistically though,
he's
yeah.
true.
It's
Yeah,
a living thing, yeah.
But then, like, and this is when you start thinking about it. Like, I don't think, I for sure know. I don't know, but I personally feel like there is a higher being than us.
Like a higher power.
Mhm.
There's a higher power. There's something out there that they're just probably just looking at us. I'm like, don't go that way. I for sure feel like that's possible.
Somebody got
Yeah.
that remote, and the as soon as you're coming up to the crossroad, a fucking list of things pop up. Go left, go right,
Mhm.
go forward, or go back, and then they're the ones choosing that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's what you're
man.
saying?
Well, in a way where it's like I just personally feel like the way that ants see us, there's a higher power that sees us the way that we see ants.
That we see the ants.
Mhm.
Ah, right. Okay.
That's the way I kind of like think. That's
Okay.
my just,
Yeah, I mean, when I think about a higher power, I would like you just think about a superior being. Like I think about somebody that if they wanted to, like they could just like that.
Delete it and shit.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
world.
So that's what I think that our higher power is, like just somebody like with way more power than us, and that's why I always say like it's a stupid comparison. But if we never seen anything outside of like us normal humans and somebody with like a Superman came out and like they had all these abilities, that could be a god to us.
Mhm.
That is
You
true.
know, like it's just a higher being.
because it's something that is that particular thing, human, whatever, is doing something that we can't do, right?
Right.
Mhm. But yeah,
There was this video I seen the other day, bro, where I don't know if it was TikTok or whatever. They're fishing, right? And then this one guy asks his other buddy, because it was two dudes. He's like, "Bro, do you ever think like that the fish, like when they see the hook and then you pull them out, like do you think that they say like, oh, that's a fucking alien type shit, you know?" And then like they experiment on them, and then we go back, like kind of like the stories that we have
Mhm.
about us being experimented on and shit.
Mhm.
So I don't know. It just made me think about that shit. You know,
It's
the
funny
fact
when
that
you
we're
say
talking
that like
this.
about fish. I'll make it very quick and brief, but like they said that like do fish actually think or do they have like a conscience?
Right.
And they do. You get me? And they said that their brain does go into some sort of shock when they actually like feel like they're in trouble. Like with
Mhm.
fishing, you get me?
Mhm.
Because they do think like as Gustavo said, every living being does have like a
A
mind of its own. You
Mhm.
know. So
Oh,
there you
shit.
go. They're probably like
Oh,
fucking
shit.
aliens. Look at this fucking Mexican.
Like, I just
I
can't
feel like
think.
this conversation just went skirt.
It's all over the place.
Yeah, it is all over the place.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, shit. I feel like with everything that we just talked about, we kind of just answered the fact that like, what do you think what do y'all think our purpose is as human beings here? Because it kind of sounds like at this point we're thinking like, oh, we're just
It's just
a
kinda
fucking ant to fucking certain thing. Like we ain't.
I think
shit.
everybody would just kind of see it differently.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Depending on you.
That's why it's a subjective
But
question.
when it comes down to like a general thinking as humans, let's go back into that. Obviously, we mentioned what we think as
Yeah.
personal individuals. Now, what do you guys think in general as humans?
Kind of like saying like, what do you want your purpose to be?
No.
Okay.
Kind of
The
like
purpose of humanity to be.
the purpose of humans, right?
Of
Which
humanity.
I'm guessing we want to just to reproduce. I'm guessing. But you really think that's the reason why we
I
are
think-
alive?
I think the purpose of humans is to evolve, like just to continue to evolve and like strive as
Mhm.
a human race. I
Mhm.
think that's our purpose, just to try to go as far as we can.
Nope.
As humans.
Yes.
And I agree to that because if you see like from the earliest days of history till now, you've seen it evolve from like the caveman to like the 1800s
To the
fucking-
Romans.
to the Romans, yeah, to a bunch of different time periods, and you've seen like how much humans evolved, and you also see how much technologies evolved.
Right.
Mhm.
So I think
Can I ask this question? About the fact that you're talking about like the history like that.
Mhm.
Do you really think like humans have actually evolved, bro?
I think
I
100%.
think
Oh, yeah.
100%
in what way? What do you mean?
Tech- technological, and then also too in the aspect of
I mean, like even like
Right,
what
technology,
like,
right.
what is it? Darwin's theory? No, it's not Darwin's theory.
What are you talking about?
The like the human evolution.
Uh-huh.
What theory is that? Or like
that's
the
like
fact that
we came from a fish. Or
we
something?
came from a fish,
I forget,
reptile.
but-
Like,
I know what
yeah.
you're talking about. I just don't know
Mhm.
the name of it, but
yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
it's called
if you-
the Darwin theory.
Is it
so
Darwin?
yeah, like it's a Darwin theory, so that we just keep evolving. So I think that is our purpose, because it's like, if it came to shit, and like let's say we still lived in those times, our first instinct would be survival.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that is just the instinct of humans in general. Like,
also,
I think that's-
adaptation. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Adapting to your environment.
He took it right out of my mouth.
Because I feel like if our environment, our temperature, our whole atmosphere changes, there are gonna be ones that are gonna die because their bodies just can't adapt. But there are gonna be those that are gonna be their bodies are gonna be able to adapt, and those people that are adapting are gonna be the ones that are gonna keep us going forward.
Going to the
reproducing
survival of
and
the
whatever.
fittest.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Right.
And
it's kind of like the Neanderthals and the there's like another it was Neanderthals and something else, but it somebody like a certain race had like a thicker skin, so they were able to live like through like
The
bad
wi-
weather
Mhm.
conditions and shit
Mhm.
like that, so they were able to adapt to that. So I mean, that's all I had to add to
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Mhm.
like
I was gonna say like the top, like kind of like the food chain pyramid. Like there's always gonna be like in an example like a bigger fish. You know, like someone that's gonna be able to survive the next person up or
smaller
the next
ones.
like living being up.
Right.
So yeah, it's
But that's why I was asking that. Like, what do you guys think? In what way have we evolved as, like, let's say, a human being from 5,000 years ago? Like, what has actually changed as a opposed to like what we talk about as in Neanderthals evolved into the
Mhm.
what we can say the modern human. Like, what has actually changed is what I'm trying to ask.
like as a human.
yeah.
well, I mean, just I think it's kind of like just look at around you. Like you're able to fucking live in a home, have water. Like we did all that.
Yeah.
So would you say it's just like actually just our brain changing then? No physical changes at all then, right?
But I feel like
Yeah.
for something to be physical, like you're talking about, like within like millions of years of change.
But I mean, we've only been around for like maybe the good part of like 30,000 years. And like the human itself, like the human body has quote unquote like actually evolved. So like that's what I'm
Mhm.
asking. Like, has it actually evolved, bro?
Do you ever
Mhm.
wonder, like, well, here's my question to you guys. Do you ever wonder why it's evolved? Like, do you think it's like, oh, by eating an apple, you're going to change the complexity of your skin?
Mm-hmm.
Or if you eat this banana, you know, you're going to get a little taller. I don't know,
Right.
like shit like that. Like, what do you think the reason is? And I feel like that's like a question, or maybe it's a part of Darwin's theory, but that's a question I never hear answered. Is like, why have we changed, like, the look of, like, supposedly coming from, like Neanderthals and, like, ape looking people, but to where
Mhm.
we look now.
Well,
You
think
get
about
me?
it like this. I was watching a video a while ago about there was like this YouTuber or podcaster, I forgot his name. He went to like on a like western area, like, or I guess somewhere around Africa, where like to visit the tribes that live there. And then he was saying that these people were hunting, like, you know, these tribes were hunting for hours and hours, just running nonstop, and they were not tired. Like, and then you bring it back to just adaptation, your environment. You adapt to your environment. You know, I think that's how, as humans, we evolve. You know,
Okay.
you right now we are adapted to our environment, which is a modern environment. That's what we're adapted to. If something were to change drastically, the ones that can adapt are gonna die, and the ones that are gonna be able to adapt are gonna survive. So I think that's when you go back to like physical change and stuff like that. I think something crazy will have to happen for our bodies to change, where we're gonna adapt. For example, like let's say a big wave of like a tsunami just covers the whole like city, right? And the water is not depleting. It stays at a level. I feel like eventually we're gonna find ways for us to adapt to the water,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and within years of, you know, maybe hundreds of years, our bodies might change because you're adapting
you're
to your
adapting
environment.
to it.
Mhm.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
That's one good way to look at it.
Yeah, that is yeah, like, but like also like thinking like, you know, how you're saying that we're adapting to our environment. It kind of makes me think like, I feel like right now as the human race, like we're on a decline as like in terms of like evolving, and like it's kind of like it makes me think like as technology keeps evolving, what if like the human race is like going
Devolving.
down? Yeah,
Yeah.
you get me?
Because we're so dependent in technology.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like-
and it's kind of like we kind of forget about like our own sanity in the
Mhm.
aspect, because we're so, as you said, dependent on technology. And it's like, if you think about it, it's like, look what we're using a laptop. Look what our everyday, like a phone.
Mhm.
Like that shit wasn't back how it was back in the day. Like we didn't depend on technology.
Now we're
And
very
then you see the
reliant on it.
big like the big boom in the sense of like how much technology has evolved from what they did back then to where we are now. You get
and
me?
it comes back to the simple things.
So I do agree with what he's saying. Like I do see like the human race is at a decline right now.
It's definitely evolving.
Mm-hmm. So like basically everybody's sitting here in this garage right now.
He's a fucking idiot.
We're all pieces of shit.
If we were to, if let's say the fucking world were to like not end, but let's say a fucking catastrophe were to happen, right?
He's dying first. Oscar's dying. No.
who do y'all think is gonna die first? Who's gonna actually survive the longest? And how would you go about doing it?
Like in a survivor instinct.
Yeah,
Like,
let's say
but like
technology were to just die out. You cannot rely on electricity. Anything that's electrical, you cannot rely on that shit. So it's back to basics, bro. It's back to hunting. It's back to just surviving off the earth, bro.
Well, shit. I watched a lot of Bear Grylls, so I'm good.
I watch a lot of Bear Grylls.
What is that shit called? Survivor Man or something like that?
No, I think
Man vs. Wild.
Man vs.
Man
Wild.
That's a
versus Wild.
badass
Yeah,
show,
that's a good
dude.
idea.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I watched a
that's
lot of
shit.
that, so I know how to make a fire.
Naked
out
and
of wood.
afraid.
First
Imagine
thing,
him naked and afraid.
first thing we're doing is pissing in a sock, putting that shit into a fucking water bottle. All right, man, I'm ready, bro.
All the fucking free the nipple motherfuckers would be naked and happy. Like fuck yourself naked and afraid.
Andy, you know who you are.
The nipple is finally free. Oh man.
That's crazy.
I kind of want to go back to something real quick, if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, go.
Kind of talking about like the whole purpose of life. What do you want your purpose to be?
What do I want my purpose to be, bro? Well, I mean, I could say it's like a shallow dream, bro. I just want to be on top of the food chain, Doug.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be relaxed in life where I don't have to fucking stress about having to go to work, having to stress about anything, bro. Like, you just live life the way I kind of want to say that it was meant to be lived, you know?
You see, and I think we all kind of like want to be there, but I think it's also like, it's also the way you think, like the fact that you said like, you know, I feel like right now
it's a shallow dream. Yeah.
Like it's like I'm stuck in this, like, or like we're just in a path where like, you know, like I think that's what's probably gonna keep you from not getting to that dream. Because if you're thinking like, oh, okay, like I'm just gonna keep doing this, and like you can get there.
It's probably not gonna happen. But
why do you say it's not gonna happen?
You're shooting yourself short.
Yeah, 100%.
So you think you should aim high?
I think you should always aim high.
Yeah.
But okay, you know how they say aim high, right? But
Right.
you think there's a certain amount of delusionalness, like you're delusional?
I think there's a difference between being delusional and like, cause you gotta like if you talk the talk, you gotta walk the walk.
Right.
You can't just say like, oh, I'm gonna be a fucking millionaire, I'll be on top of the world,
And you're just sitting at
and
home.
then you wake up and you turn on like your fucking PS5 and you stay on it for like 9 hours a day.
Right.
Like, you're
Oscar. I'm like,
no, cause like I think that's just the way with anything. Or like you wake up and then you fucking like with certain people, you wake up, you go to the bar and you drink your life away.
right.
Like you gotta be able to like
back it up.
back it up. Like
Okay.
if you want to
Put the
like,
work in.
yeah, exactly. If you want to be able to get there, what are you doing to get there? Like you can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna be there, but not do shit about
Mhm.
it.
And that's
I like that.
pretty much being delusional, right?
What being the in
Like
terms
kind of
of
just like daydreaming in a way. Like you're just kind of saying, I want to have all this and be rich and not having to work. But you know, instead of doing something to get you there, you just like I said at home.
being
watching
delusional. Yeah,
TV.
that is being
That's
delusional. Because
delusional,
then that's why you always think like people with the crazy minds
Mhm.
are the ones that fucking make it. Because people look at them and they're like, you're fucking crazy. Like, what are you
Mhm.
talking about? And then they end up getting there and then you're like, oh wait, nah, like realistic. Like I think it's
Yeah, you have to be realistic with yourself as well.
Yeah, like I mean, I think my goal is the same as everybody here. Like, you know, we all want to fucking be rich. We all want to be able to like just be at the top of the world, not have a single care in the world. But at the end of the day, it comes back to the same thing. What are you doing to get there?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
But is it sorry? Is it bad? Like for example, in my case, right? When you asked me that question, like for me, is like eventually I want to have kids. Not now because I'm not ready for it. You know, eventually I do. I think for me personally, is I just want to be able to give my kids the most that I can and make sure that they have the best education, right? They have a roof under their heads, and I want to like that's just I guess that's like a modern thing for me personally, like because I obviously you guys know I'm adopted, right? I never really like until I came here to the States, I never had like a mom and a dad. like my real mom and my real mom and my real dad, like I don't talk to them. I have no communication with them. My brother, it's a rocky relationship, so I don't have like that. I guess you can say that perfect or like the high standard of like, oh, we're a family. We're gonna sit down for dinner at 6 o'clock, and you're with your real siblings, your real parents. I never had that, right? And then obviously, like I'm blessed with my step parents. I'm very blessed that I had them because they're the ones that provide for me, and I am blessed. I'm happy that I have them because without them, I wouldn't be here. But I feel like I want to be able to, I want to like make sure my kids do not go through what I went through. And for me, that's the standard, and I'm happy if I could give my kids that. I don't care about, I mean, yeah, it'll be nice to be rich, right? It'll be nice to be able to afford everything. You know, it'll be amazing. You know, who will complain about, you know, not being able to afford anything, right? Who wouldn't? Everybody would love it. But for me personally, as long as I could give my kids that modern life where they could just prosper and be able to do what they need to do, I think for me that's enough personally.
And that's great, because I think at the end of the day, also it like, even though you have all these goals and aspirations, at the end of the day, like if you're happy, then that's what it is, man. If you're living a life and you wake up every day and you're happy doing what you just said you were gonna be doing, then shit, it is what it is. Other people may not have the same goals as you, but if you're happy with what you're doing, then man, like that's all it is.
Right.
Like you might like we're living probably like a better life in terms of like some people that are like living without technology and like, you know, they have to rely on survival instincts,
Right.
but they might be more happier than us. And like if they're happy, then that, like, you know, it is what it is. Like I think it's as long as
you're happy and
because we have I have these goals and aspirations, and at any moment something might change, but it's like, man, if I'm happy, then
because you know what they say, there's billionaires out there that are not happy,
Right?
And then and it comes back to like at the end of the day, yeah, you can have all the money in the world, but that's not gonna make you happy. If you go back to a big ass empty house, he's gonna sit there. No one's there to enjoy that big ass empty house. You're just by yourself. You're not happy, and that's why I say, like, for me, it just goes back down to like, as long as I could do that for my family, my kids, like I'm happy with that. That for me, that's enough.
And that's what you want your purpose to be. I got you.
And what do you think what do you want your purpose to, or like what do you think your purpose?
What I want my purpose to be, like, I think I would like my purpose to be a better version of myself than I was before. You get me? I want to keep evolving, keep getting better as a human, or as a boyfriend, as like a son to my parents, a sibling to my brother and sister, a better friend to my guys. You get me? Or just in general. And I think that's what I would like my purpose to be, is to be a better version than what I was the day ago, like a couple days ago, and just to keep working and progressing and just, in a sense, evolve. You know, that's what I would like my purpose to be. But I also have to agree with what he says. Is just to like give my family, or like when I do have a family, like to give them what I wasn't able to be given in the aspects of, like, let's say, like what he said, like with his parents and stuff like that. I want to be able to like fulfill those things and install those things with my kids, or with my girlfriend and stuff like that. So
And I think everything you just said kind of ties back to, like, you just said, like, to be a better human being. Everything that you just said is your definition of being a better human being. Like you just said, I want to be a better friend to you guys. I want to be a better son to my parents. I want to be a great boyfriend. All that is your definition of being a better human being. So I think at the end of the day, you are like achieving your purpose. You get me? And that's, if that makes you happy, like, bro, like how I said, I think our purpose is to inspire others and to motivate others. And I think, you know, like I want to be rich and everything, but let's say I were to have a kid, I would still be fulfilling my purpose and be happy knowing that I'm motivating my son and inspiring my son to be something. You get me?
Yeah, I agree.
And that's gonna make me happy.
Yeah.
Shit, not everybody has the same goals and not everybody lives the same lifestyle, but if you're happy, man.
At the end of the day, that is what matters, right? That is what matters. But that's why I brought that question up, bro, because that's why I said it's shallow. But at the end of the day, you kind of where I wanted to go with this is you kind of have to not compromise. I don't know if that's the correct word for this, but like you kind of have to settle for what you can get. You get what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, you want to strive for that, but at the end of the day, you're gonna have to come to a realization that that's not necessarily the actual end goal. Is like you have to settle with what actually makes you comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe like you guys said, it's not those riches, it's not the nicest cars, the big ass mansion, whatever. But you do have to come to a realization at some point that maybe that goal, I shouldn't be chasing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like chase like something that's more achievable and shit. You know?
And then does this also go to the fact of like you got to work with what you got,
Yeah.
and you got to make the best out of it,
Right? And then I was gonna get to the next point, which is like you see those people on top, like everybody's gonna say like, oh yeah, they're white, they're widows, whatever, and you could say like they kind of already got a head start in this fucking system or whatever, and then we're just barely starting it. You know, we're the first step. You know, our parents came from the other side, most of our parents, right? And I feel like we're the first step for that. So the fact that we're gonna start a new generation, like we gotta lead them to that top. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe our purpose is not to actually get to the top, but take the first step and lead our generations ahead of us in like to the top. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
that's well said. I like that.
Yeah, I
it's
actually like
really
that.
well said.
I don't
you may not
completely
be
agree
rich,
with everything, but
Right.
Yeah.
And that's fine. You know,
Right,
everybody
exactly.
has their own opinion.
yeah,
and
exactly. But it is very well said, like the way you just put that. You know,
Because think about it, like in the case of like let's put it this way, Cristiano Ronaldo, right? A very successful athlete, right? His mom didn't go through that. Like she didn't have the riches that he has now, but she put in the effort and the work, and she put in the love for him to be able to take those steps to where he's at now. And it goes back to like, you know, what you were saying was like, we might not be there. That's not where we're supposed to be. We're just supposed to be the stepping stone for our kids, their kids, for them to get at that level, pretty much.
Nice. Well said as
Yeah,
well.
well said too, yeah.
Nice, man. Yeah.
And it kind of repays the favor, like kind of like how you said about like, you know, like Ronaldo's mom, like installing those certain things, but like, it's like they ended up becoming successful, and that's kind of like it repays you back as like job well done. You know, and you're able to see that flourish, and you're able to see that like become something very successful.
Right.
You get me? I would love to like leave like a lineage behind and like have them be successful. Like,
right.
I know it sounds like I'm not gonna say it sounds corny or stupid, but like it would be badass to say like, oh, my son's the next like Mexican astronaut. You get me?
Exactly.
Or like,
Exactly.
you know, or my son's the general in the army, or whatever. Or my daughter's like won a Nobel Prize for being a physician. You get me? Like,
Right, but their road to that was made easier because you took these steps to
exactly.
put them there.
Yeah.
And for me, that's my purpose. Well, you know,
Right,
fulfilled.
exactly.
Right.
You know.
I think once, you know, we get at that point where we all have families and kids, I think things might change in a way where you're gonna be like, my purpose in life is just to see my daughters smile. That's what it might be later on when we all have kids, you know. Because for me personally, like down the line when I have kids, just visualizing my kids laughing and enjoying playing soccer, or you know, whatever the case is, or getting them a gift for Christmas. Just thinking about it, like it makes me kind of like, oh, like that's kind of dope. Because I remember me being a little kid and getting like a Nerf gun. I'm out here going around the house shooting things around with, you know, enjoying the childhood. I think, and I can pretty sure that my parents and you guys' parents, you know, when they bought you gifts, them seeing you smile and having a great time and enjoying life, that's probably what, for them, that was their purpose.
That was that fulfilled their
them seeing you happy made them happy, and for them that was enough.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. For sure.
That comes down to our purpose as human beings is just to reproduce and just see our offspring being happy, dog.
Yeah.
So it just comes back like full circle.
And it goes back to a lot of things, bro. It could go back to, like, as you said, like, that's love right there. Seeing your kids happy. And that's also, like, instilling a bunch of things. And it's like we hope to continue to carry that with, like, when we all have kids or with our family or with our friends. You get me? It's like you want to continue to carry those morals, you know, that were passed on.
Right.
But I mean, like, at any point, do you guys ever think, like, you guys want to be that person that you guys are talking about, to where you're saying, like, oh, we want our kids to be, like, you know, we want them to be great. We want to, like, you guys don't ever have, like, that thought of, like, I want to be that.
Oh, yeah. I was going to
course.
actually bring that back because you asked that question earlier. Like, if you work hard enough to get it, like, yeah, you could get it. But a lot of the time, like, you have to kind of be realistic with yourself. Like, it's probably not going to happen, and that's fine. And that's why you kind of have to settle for what you can get. That's why I meant with that, you know?
Okay.
It's like, yeah, you can work hard. Like, let's say you want to be an astronaut, right? You go to school, you do your thing, and at the end of the day, it just doesn't fucking happen, you know? So you can't really beat yourself up for it, but you kind of have to settle for something that's kind of like at least halfway there, you know what I'm saying?
So like sometimes in life you just gotta sometimes as shitty as it sounds, you think sometimes you just gotta settle for less, I guess you can say.
I think I like you guys said in the beginning, you don't want to be delusional. You kind of want to be real.
Exactly.
If you're 28 years old and you're saying I'm gonna be a fucking astronaut, it's kind of like, dude, your ship already left. Like, you know,
that bitch is in Mars already, bro. Like, good luck catching that motherfucker.
Yeah, like you kind of already.
Good luck going to Pluto, asshole.
But it's true though. Like
you want to go to Mars, go to the fucking candy company. That's as far as that's as far as you're gonna get, bro.
I made it, guys. Shit.
You want to go to Mars? Go to Mars right here on Harlem. Jonathan, go ahead.
I wanted to become an astronaut. That's why I'm here, guys. Fuck, man.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but I think that's why you gotta be real with yourself.
Yeah, of course.
I think I think we're all still like, I don't know what your guys' goals are or like what it is that you want to achieve, but I think we're all pretty much in a good position to kind of like achieve what it is that we want to achieve.
Right.
You know, I know like one of your main things was also like, you know, you wanted to study mechanics.
Right.
Like all that's still achievable.
Right.
You get me? You could be
It's in the works, right? Like
right,
I'm
exactly.
saying, right.
And it's still in the works. And it's like for you, like what's one of the things that you want to say, like it's one of your like your achievements right, or like a goal for you right now that you think you could still grasp?
I think a goal, and I think I'm pretty sure you could agree with me, is having a good ass podcast out there. You know, I think that's one thing you and me have always talked about. It's just like putting all this effort into it, and it just takes that one opportunity for it to get boom big. You get me?
Yeah.
And that's a goal that I do have, and I think it's a very achievable goal.
And I think I'm in the same boat as you, because I think, you know, I've always thought about inspiring others and this and that. Like this podcast could be that platform to get us there, and I think I do want to get this podcast to that. And we've talked about this before, so I don't want to be like
recycling
repeating
things,
myself, but that is what it is. Like at the end of the day, like I think it's still achievable. I can't say that I've gone 100% like towards achieving that, but I think the day I do decide to like take it there, go full throttle, there is no reason why I shouldn't be able to make that happen.
And then when that does, when it is gonna happen, I'm not gonna say when it does, because it will happen, because we have to like in an aspect speak it into existence. You know, you have to have faith in it, and you have to have you also have to have love for it, right, to do what you're doing. But when that does happen, when it will happen, it's going to be very well rewarding to see that it got there by, you know, as Gustavo said, you got to put the effort into it, because if there's no effort into it, there's nothing's going to happen. And I think that's just
not going to get handed to you.
Yeah, exactly. You just like, yeah, it could get handed to someone that has the funds for it.
Right.
Yeah, that's for the fucking rich and famous, of course. You get me? But for us, like in the positions we're in, we got to work for it. We got to strive for it. And when it is gonna happen, that's where it's gonna be like, that's well rewarding, because we worked our asses off.
Yeah.
For it.
And when it does get there,
and it will get there,
you gotta keep going.
Yeah,
you
don't stop.
You
That's what makes
right.
That's what makes that story, or that like that story that much more special. That we didn't have it handed to us, and at the end of the day, like let's say if this was to get somewhere, people could see where we started from. So like, you know, like where we're at, like at that certain moment, but it will make it just that much more special. And I think that is like what will inspire others to see like, yo, like they were here and now they're here. And that even getting there, that's already inspiring, and that's already kind of like fulfilling.
It makes it more
purpose.
sweeter.
100%, bro. Like you could, like that's why people say like, oh, you hate to be cocky, but at that point it's like you worked for that shit.
And you could back it up.
Yeah, like,
exactly.
Yep. But
what's it called? Like, are we just like only gonna drink one Topo Chico?
I'm at my second or third.
For real?
Yeah, bro.
Damn.
It's a bit nippy out here.
Hello, cold.
It is cold. It's like fucking 40 degrees.
Yeah, look at this shit we do for y'all, man. It's
cold.
It's cold as fuck out here.
It's cold as fuck. We're in my mom's garage. And it's
we
cold.
couldn't make it happen in my apartment. We couldn't make it happen in your apartment, but we made it happen anyways, and we're here.
And what did that show you? The effort,
the dedication.
Yeah,
the dedication that, like, you know, we all have shit to do. We all have our jobs. We all have our personal lives outside of this.
Mm-hmm.
But that
We
just
made
goes
it
to
happen.
that just goes to show the effort from each individual in this room right now to show you guys that like we had the effort into this.
Right, we put the
And,
effort.
Yeah, we put.
I
the
drove
effort.
like 40 minutes to get here. Keep that in mind.
I drove
he
like
didn't.
10.
Long ass ride.
But like, come on, it's Tuesday, November 7th, 7:37 p.m.
I'm off tomorrow.
Yeah, we both work tomorrow.
We both work
The
tomorrow.
sacrifices are there,
It's
man.
like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
there. Like
100%.
Gustavo could be at the gym right now. Jonathan could be at home getting off of work. Oscar, I don't know what the fuck he does. Probably play PlayStation
It's
5.
like if he wasn't here and we were just talking, we're like, Oscar could be at custom. He's like,
Oh, hell no.
But
you see the
nah.
Jergens on the side? The Jergens motion.
It's 7:30. I probably would have
He has a
been
time
hanging out
schedule
with
when he
my girl.
masturbates.
Nah,
It's past the jerk off time.
Like, damn it. But that just shows the dedication that we have to this podcast.
for all our
I
two
skipped-
subscribers out there. No,
I-
crazy.
To our
I-
75 subscribers.
76 now.
76?
Yeah.
Each and every single one of you means a lot to us.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
let y'all know
For
that.
real, like it's crazy because it really does, man. I mean, a lot, all these like small amount of subscribers, dude, and it's still like, it really helps a lot just knowing that there's
Mhm.
people out there for real listening to us and
Yep.
enjoying this content.
That's
I
what that's
agree.
what gives me kind of like it gives me motivation. Like when one of
Yeah,
my
of
guys
course.
tells me like, "Bro, I seen that shit. You guys have me dying." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Hell yeah!"
It gets you,
Again.
it gets you hard and shit.
Wait, what? Is it get too hard?
He's like, oh, jerk off time.
It's time to go.
Can't be late.
2 hands.
I think what's cool about what gives me the effort to keep giving it full force is like this is a milestone for us. It's like this is our 30th episode, which is a big milestone from where we started back. We're about to come out on a year in March, and from where we started to where we're at now, you've seen the growth, and you've just seen it keep climbing. And
Right.
It's crazy, right?
Started
It's,
with-
it's a beautiful thing to see, bro. Just the beauty behind the struggle in an
Like,
aspect.
You know, it's not like we haven't achieved what other people would think it's big, but it's like, bro, just seeing like the fucking road that we've taken already, and we look back at it, it's like I feel like we just been in the moment so much that we don't really like sit back and like really realize it. But like, bro, like 30 fucking episodes, we went from like starting off with just audio, not going to video. Like, it's just a great fucking road,
Yeah.
just reminiscing on everything that like all the moments we've had too.
Yeah. We've had some great moments. There's some great guests, some great moments, some great acquisitions to the podcast. Because originally it just started the three of us, and then when Oscar came into the fold, it just made it even so much better. Kind of, but no.
just a little bit.
Just a little. It was like a tiny bit. It was like at 10%. Went to like 12%.
But we're fucking with you,
Yeah,
bro. You know,
nah,
we're
you're
like-
definitely a great, the biggest addition to the podcast, and it's like you've pushed us to do so much more.
We're-
I can't talk today. I'm
Why?
fucking sick.
You're sick? You're getting sick, bro?
I've been sick, bro, for like a
Since
whole week.
when?
Oh shit.
The thing that sucks, like
I'm coming out of it, but it's
when I
kinda-
get sick, like, and then I get sick once a year. No bullshit. I get sick once a year,
It's gotta happen, huh?
and then it's just like I get sick and I get sick nasty, and it lasts like 2 weeks.
Would you
3
say
weeks.
the one you just came out of was that one or no?
Yeah, I'll do it.
You
That shit
opening
sucks.
another one? Fuck it.
Fuck
Each.
it.
That's how everyone gets 3 each.
Exotic pineapple.
To close us out, we
good.
want to say shout out to our sponsor.
Oh, great.
I don't
Nah,
know why
but for
we're
real.
promoting fucking
Double Chico.
Right.
But if they do see this, please sponsor us.
sponsor.
Send us a case.
Okay, well, give them your best advertisement.
Double Chico, this has been Compas y Chelas. We would love if you guys would sponsor our beautiful podcast. We would definitely promote the shot of your famous Double Chico hard seltzer drink. Tropical mango. 2 grams of sugar, 100 calories, 4.7 alcohol volume. You will enjoy this drink.
Mhm.
Oh,
you like that? Give me your one. Give me your best one.
Shit. Shit, I mean,
All right, bro. Right here. Double Chico's right here. The CEO of Double Chico's right here.
Topo Chico for when you're chilling with the boys.
Oh, Double Chico,
Oh,
because you're not Chiquito.
Are you tired of getting drunk? Topo Chico.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
That's a terrible advertisement.
That's the worst, bro. You're out, dude.
No, these don't
If
get
the
you.
CEO was right here, he's like, dude,
These
you're
don't get
stupid.
you. These are not gonna get you drunk.
Do you
What do
guys
you
find
mean?
yourself? Yeah, these are gonna get you drunk.
hard
If you had
Yeah.
like 40 of them,
But
Do you guys find yourself in a predicament where you're like, I want to drink, but I'm also trying to be in a bit of a healthy lifestyle. I'm trying to kind of change
Snap.
the way that my belly looks. Topo Chico, 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 4.7% alcohol. So you take all the good stuff, but you still have the good stuff.
Topo Chico.
It's been 2 weeks since I started drinking Topo Chicos. Look at me now.
Oh,
Now with the free ads that we're not getting paid for.
We're not getting paid shit. Bro, we were doing this for fucking shits and
I
giggles.
pay for
Right.
this shit, man. Like,
But just a quick little update for everybody. We got our hoodies in the process right now, our first 4 samples. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be pretty dope. We actually did like a little mall trip the other week.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
by the time they see this, you guys will have seen the vlog
Yeah.
already.
right.
Yeah, we went on our little shopping spree.
What?
Like, "Rrr."
Oh, we did, yeah.
And just expect the hoodie soon.
yeah.
What's it called?
Anybody want? Y'all wanna?
So like I was thinking about something and it kind of just flew out
Brain
of my
fogging,
brain.
dude. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, that's.
You guys want to end them off on like a little message that you guys want to give them?
Nah, it's all good. Well, if that's the case, me and Gustavo got fucked up on this Saturday. I mean, yeah, Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How did that go?
That's
Got
gonna be in the
fucked
vlog.
up, bro.
That's already in the vlog as well. But as you guys seen already, we ended up going to the club. We got fucked. Well, he got fucked up. I was still good. And
Nah.
Nah, dude, you were fucked up.
You were
No,
fucked
I'm
up,
saying
my boy.
you, because you said that you were not fucked up, but you literally told me when we
it was once I got to the crib though. But I still
The
took
creep.
like 2 more buzzball shots before I went inside.
Jeez.
Damn, dude, you kept it going even after the club?
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
Like, what you mean? Like
He's like, yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
yeah. Like what?
I'm
What you
trying to
mean?
get drunk.
'Cause, I mean, like,
I'm trying to get drunk, dude.
yeah, he was way past
Yeah.
gone, and
I think
it's-
my problem is that I mix. That
yeah,
was,
you mixed 100%.
that was my problem.
That's why you should have had double chicos.
Bitch.
Oh, you're the one to talk. I remember
Alright,
your
shut up,
birthday.
Hey, no, but he didn't end up fucked up as you though. You
Yeah.
ended up on my couch sleeping, throwing up. He only like went.
First of all, I didn't throw up in your couch in your house. Let's get that clear.
No,
I
he
threw
didn't
up,
throw
I threw
up
up in the bar. or
He
club,
threw up in
whatever.
on my girl's car.
I'm sorry,
Damn.
Vanessa, for that. I'm sorry, but
Did
like
he?
I told, yeah, I
No
did.
way.
No
Uh,
way.
Like on the side, right? Like where you put your foot.
So like you know how like you open the door and they have the little
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
yeah that's what he threw.
He
up
threw
in.
up in that compartment. He filled it
No,
up
not the
with.
compartment.
Not the
No, but
compartment.
like the side. Like
The
the
side.
side.
Oh,
the side
okay.
of the
He
door,
just
yeah.
splattered on it. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I opened the door and I was like, fuck, and I looked at my
Right.
girl like, don't worry, and
I-
I cleaned your fucking throw up.
I
It
appreciate
smell like
it.
shit. You know how he eats like shit?
No, I didn't. I,
Oh,
no, I
okay.
didn't like.
I know we said we were not gonna give out shout outs, but this is a personal shout out, and I really appreciate your hospitality for you and your lady, because you took care of me, and I fucking appreciate it. Because I have taken care of people, and it fucking sucks. It's horrible. So I appreciate it, bro, from the bottom of my heart. I fucking give you props for you and your girl for letting us stay over at your place. That was awesome. Appreciate it. Fuck you, because I know you wouldn't do it for me.
That's
But
not
thank you.
true.
Nah, I'm kidding. But no, for real, bro, on some of your shit, I appreciate it. Real
Yeah,
talk.
no
Oh,
problem,
yeah.
bro. I got
Ronnie,
any of
I'm
y'all.
sorry for throwing up in your car. I did not mean to do that. I tried my hardest because I do remember opening the door. I think you said not to open it because we were on the road or something.
Yeah, I was like,
You guys were moving?
yeah,
Damn,
we were,
dude.
we were in the
Way,
middle
bro.
of the road, and he was, like, you could just already tell he was like, and I was like, wait, and then like you heard like you know like when you open the door, and I'm like, no, I'm like, bro, we're on the road, hold on, and like I swear like I just ended up swerving like right away, and like I put my directions on, I parked the car, and then he just started like.
But that's how
throwing
you
up.
know that I had
Like
intentions.
water or chunky?
No, it was like a lot of water,
Yeah.
like little chunks here and there, but it was mainly water.
But that's how you know that
Shit.
I was in the intentions of not trying to throw up. And
yeah.
Car,
Yeah.
He was still
100%.
conscious enough to like.
Yeah, like, oh shit,
Like,
like
heard
the
that
story.
shit,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So stay tuned for that vlog.
Well, the vlog's
You're
already
gonna
up.
see the vlog, yeah.
So
Mhm.
what? Like, just go and like that fucking vlog. Subscribe. Go like the shit out of that vlog, man. Come on, man.
Our
Yeah,
boy,
look at it, get a
our boy
laugh out of
Gustavo put a lot of effort into
He
that
did.
vlog. So like that fucking vlog, man. But to close us out, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, please. Get us to that 100 subscribers, please. And when we do get to that 100 subscribers, we will give out a free hoodie, and we'll do like a little raffle and shit, something cute. So please get us to that 100 subscribers. Something cute as fuck. So please follow us on all our socials. Follow us on YouTube. All that good stuff.
Everything's gonna be in the description
Yeah,
for y'all.
we
so
have
y'all
everything
gotta
in the
make it easy for
description.
Yeah,
y'all.
we'll
It
make
is-
it really easy for you guys. All
Right.
you gotta do is follow, like, and subscribe.
It is
Right.
very,
It's free, man.
It's
free.
free.
It's free. How
and
can
it
you not
doesn't
take
cost
it?
a lot of effort compared to what we're doing. Because right now I'm fucking cold. Like I'm fucking cold. So please, make sure to follow us. We really appreciate it.
Yep, and also
Um,
drop a comment because we love seeing the
Yeah,
comments.
we
for
love
sure.
seeing
Yeah,
the
we love
comments,
seeing the
man. Like,
comments.
we've said
Exactly.
this before, but it seems like y'all don't listen, man. We're like, please,
Please.
comment, please.
Let us
That
like,
makes our day. That
Yeah.
makes our fucking
It does.
week when we see a comic.
let
Come
us
on,
know
man.
if you wanna hit us up if you see yourself coming into our podcast and you wanna talk about something.
You're more than welcome to
You're
jump
more than
on.
welcome.
Anybody can
Do
jump
not
on,
be
man.
scared. You are gonna be scared once you kind of see this.
You're gonna be scared once you see him,
Yeah.
but it's
Exactly.
okay.
You're gonna be
But you guys-
terrified
you
once
guys
you
are
see
the
him.
Compas.
Get this guy out of the camera, man. We need somebody, bro. Come
Right.
on. step
Exactly.
in.
Yeah.
You guys are
He
all
was meant to be
compas.
behind the camera. Please
Give me
get
a
him out
day.
of the scene.
Give me a day off, please.
Like, man, come on.
We
like,
love him. We love him.
You guys are all compas, man. I know we kind of be hostile.
And
a little
comadres.
bit.
Comadres.
And comadres. We're all hostile towards each other, but nah, man. Like our guests, we love them. We're just talking shit amongst each other. Y'all
It's
don't
just
get
shits
that
and
same
giggles.
treatment.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
You guys will be treated with breakfast, drinks.
hey,
Exactly.
Hey, sounds
And-
tempting, right?
and our company.
Yep.
Okay.
And
That-
one
that's the
free
best part.
photo with the compas.
What
Like,
more
But
can you
right,
ask for?
Exactly. You want two? That's $10.
Don't get one compa. Not two compas. Not three compas. Four
Four
compas.
compas.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like buy one, get with 3 free and shit. It's like Bath and Body Works and shit. But nah, that closes out for another beautiful episode of Compas y Chelas, brought to you by our compa Oscar,
All right, peace out, everybody.
el compa Gustavo,
See y'all. Cheers. Cheers.
el compa Johnny boy,
Adios.
and your compa Memo. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Be out with this one.
To another great episode.
Episode 30, a milestone. Let's get it.